All right, so in 2001, you break up with your ex-girlfriend. I'm sorry. It's not funny, but at the same time, it's kind of funny because it's just so fucking crazy. Like, this is a scene out of a movie. Like, when you make the movie about your life, the biopic, you have to put this in there. Okay.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
All right. So in 2001, you break up with your ex-girlfriend. You change all of your locks, but forget to change the front door one. She shows up to your condo, shoots you twice, and meat cleaves you. Wait, before you take us through the situation, though, is she the one that woke you up with the shotgun to your head, too?
No.
That's another one? So you just like crazy women?
No, I just, no, I don't. What did I forget to do? Yeah, I had changed the back lock on the condo. I didn't think about the front door. I also didn't think about the garage door opener. So all you had to do was unplug that, but I didn't think about that either. But, I was doing something. The kitchen was right there. The door's right there. And then I could hear someone outside, but I thought it was the neighbor because the door's right here. Your condos right next to each other. And the door opened and she's right there. And I'm like, I just kind of turned and walked away and then, and I'm like, it didn't really hurt. And I'm like, what the fuck now? I'm going to run. Now I'm going to run, but I'm also like, and then I make it sound like a cartoon, like, foo, foo, foo. You just start, and then, yeah. And I'm like, and then she closed the door and ran. And so I go in the bathroom and I'm still bleeding from here. And I'm like, the fuck is this shit? And then I look in the mirror and I have a meat cleaver in my back right here. And I'm like,
but the 2 shots though was in your kidney and liver, right?
No, right here.
Oh, okay.
And the meat cleaver was here. So I went to the kitchen, had the big open kitchen, and I just knelt down on the counter and popped it, hit the thing and it popped out, hit the handle and it popped out, slides out of your back.
Oh, wow. Okay. So first of all.
And then I went to my homie's wife's house. That's a nurse. And then she took care of us there.
Why did you break up with her to begin with?
I don't know. I think she really, really, really wanted to get married or something. And I didn't want to.
And her doing that was in response of if I can't have you, no one can type of shit.
No, she was fucking nuts.
She was nuts.
But before that, we had broken up and that was fine. And then she knew I was going on tour and she called, she's like, so you're leaving for tour? And I'm like, yeah. She said, you want to ride to the airport? And I'm like, sure. It seemed cool enough. Everything seemed okay. And so she picks me up, I get my shit, and we're going to the first Warped Tour that I do at Atmosphere, and she gets on 275 Jeep Cherokee, and we're driving about 5 minutes. It's only going to take half an hour to get to the airport, if that. She's driving, and then do small talk, and then she said something like, "So we're not going to be together then?" No, then that no one can have you shit, and literally went across 4 fucking lanes into the media, and I grabbed the fucking wheel back, and she was trying to ram into other cars. And I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, we're both gonna die. And I'm like, no. And the only thing I can think is if I can get my hand to the key, or if I can neutral slam this motherfucker, put it in park. I didn't know if that would work. But I knew the key would work. And I talked her down. What the fuck are you talking about? You didn't say that you still wanted to be with me or whatever I said, and then calmed her down enough to get to the airport. And then got out at the airport and got my shit and went to the Warped Tour. And then, they picked me up and Bird's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And it's like fucking Vanilla Sky, this motherfucker. She tried to kill me in the car. And then the next part happens when I get back from the tour, because I would pretty much guarantee that I probably said, look, when I get back from the tour, we'll work this all out.
Oh my god.
And
Wait, so I thought that you got shot twice. That's what you said in the previous interview.
I got shot by a shotgun at basically at a children's pool party, um, like where everybody's swimming, and then the dad, it's all people I know. He had a shotgun over here, and the little kid picked it up and like has resting on a lawn chair. And I was like on the edge of the pool like this, like hanging at
Oh
the pool,
shit.
and then poof, and it was like the buckshot shit. And so just, poof, and then I'm like, and then there's blood all in the water. And then I had my friend, actually, I gotta find it. I had a friend, Jen, that was there as a photographer. I'm like, you take pictures of this? And I did the same thing. I went back to my friend's wife at the time that was a nurse, and I was like, and pick these out and clean it up.
Oh, but I mean, for this situation of you getting shot by the ex-girlfriend, right? I thought you were telling the cop, like, hey, take the meat cleaver out, and he wouldn't do it.
Oh, the cop one is when everything hit the fan. There was no cops involved in that part. The cop was involved in when after all that,
Uh-huh.
then I'm at, what is that fucking called? It's not GameStop. That's a store. It's like there was an arcade at a place called Newport on the Levee. Like an adult arcade.
Right, right.
Games, drinking shit. I was down there, and then I got a call from her like, I'm in your house. And I literally called my dad and sent my dad to the condo so she didn't burn it to the ground or whatever. And then when I got back there, she was like locked in the bedroom, blah, blah, blah. We're going to call the cops, and we don't want to call the fucking cops because they're fucking cops. And we ended up taking the doorknob off to get the door open. And so, like, the lamps that go like that, and they're steel, like the lid's like down on the lamp. And she took the fucking lamp and chopped out once tattooed a big chunk of one of these tattoos. She like, and the lid came off like in my arm. And then the neighbor called the cops. And then
Holy shit.
the cops coming, and then the cops showed up. And then that's that. And yeah. And then that kind of, once that blew over, that was kind of the end of the drama. Like, we didn't talk or anything, but years later, like when her mom passed, I ran into her sister, and then I ended up, saying sorry about your mom, and she acted normal. So I don't know if she just grew out of being a complete lunatic, or she just had fresh meat she was going to kill, but it wasn't me anymore.
So wait, you didn't immediately break up with her after she shot you?
Yeah, we worked together when she shot me. I had broken up with her before the airport.
Right. But you didn't get back with her after that, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
She just knew when I was coming. She was watching that Warped Tour schedule. Like, she knew I was coming back.
Right.
And so I knew there was going to have to be a conversation, but my idea was change the back door lock. I fucking forgot about the front door lock. I don't know why I didn't think that needed to be done, but that was the mistake. And then, even after I changed that, I found out she was still, one of the neighbors like, she's been coming to the house. What were you talking about? She was coming through the garage with the garage door open. There was two, and she had one. Well, I thought my neighbors were cool enough they would tell me the first time because of everything that had happened. She's been coming every day for like a week. I'm like, doing what? It's like, I don't know. And then I found out she was in the fucking safe and all kinds of shit, taking money, blah, 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 blah. Then
Holy shit.
then I just started unplugging the garage door over there. So we had already had the car thing. We'd already had the shooting and the fucking cleaver. And then we found out she was breaking in the fucking house for, well, at least a week. And then,
didn't the cops catch her like drinking a beer, and you guys had to go do like some domestic violence class or something like that?
they caught her at the gas station. And then, what they did was caught her at the gas station, and maybe she was drinking a beer and crying or whatever. She wasn't drunk or what. Maybe she bought a beer, drained, but caught her. And so, like, when they left the house, that was it. I didn't tell them anything. I'm like, no, she's not. She left. We're gold. Caught her at the gas station. So what they do is they tell her that I'm pressing charges. So then they come back to my house and they go, hey, we got bad news. And I'm like, what's the bad news? Like, she's pressing charges. And I'm like, so what do I do? And they're like, well, you press charges on her. And I'm like, all right. So they gave me, I'm patching up my fucking wrist and everything. They're like, what the, and I had been tattooed earlier in the day. So I'm washing the tattoo because I'm assuming I'm spending the night in jail and cleaning up the fucking wound. We both go to jail. We both get OR bonded the same night. So we go home. She went to court and then I go to court like a couple days later. She even went to court with me to like explain it, like that the cops had done this thing. Like neither of us were doing this thing. They were trying to do it. And the judge is like, I don't care. Judge is like, plead no contest and you have to do this class. So she had to do the class. I had to do the class. 6 hours on a Saturday, 6 or 8 hours, and it cost $800. And so they did the class like 2 times, like 2 times Saturday and 2 times some shit like that. And times like 50 people. And so when I went, you sat there and this lady's talking, and when you get the first break, you're talking to the lady about, the instructor, and she was like, she basically, she's like, yes, this is the hustle for Butler County. That's what they do.
Holy shit.
Whether you're either guilty or you just were fucking arguing and the cops showed up, they just made $1,600 on 2 people. And that was generally the whole thing for everybody in there. Was like, dudes would be sitting there with their girlfriend, like, we were fucking arguing and the neighbors called the cops. They arrested us both. And here we are, $1,600 in. And so that's the hustle. I'm not saying that everyone that's ever had a DV, that's what happened, but that happens a lot. Like that's a bread and butter thing. Because they'll make you take like anger management and then make you take one of those classes and you end up spending 10 grand. You might as well just gone to fucking jail.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.